So here we are at the start of the trail at Lake Taylorville, and normally you could start down in Taylorville, but if you go this way, if you would have started down there, the bridge is out, and I'll show you some footage of that. But so you have to go this way, and then you're going towards Pana this way, and it's about 15 miles. So we'll get going, and I'll show you some spots along the way. There goes Tina trying to get way ahead of me, like she always does. To a few of these. I think there's 3 or 4 of these crossings that cross the trail, but they're roads that are usually gravel roads, or like this one that don't really go anywhere, so there's never traffic here. So basically this trail runs parallel with Route 29 from Taylorville to Pana. So on we go. So here's something that you don't find on every trail. You get some scenic, some lakes and rivers and wildlife, etc. But here you get a state prison. So I think it's minimum security, but it's right next to the trail all the way. So just an interesting thing, I guess. Apparently Tina doesn't realize how fat I am. Look how far ahead she gets. That woman. The sign says I can't pick up hitchhikers, so I can't help you. Goodbye. Pretty much on each side of you, besides the prison. Corn, speed racer, and corn. Corn as far as the eye can see. Route, this trail, there's 2 little tiny towns you go through. Really very small. This one's Awanaco. I don't know how many people's here, maybe 100 or so, if that. But see the grain elevators right in the middle of the trail. I've seen people go through there before, but they don't like for you to. They want you to go around. You can see Tina way back there because of the, I guess, insurance reasons. But there's a guy standing there that I'm sure will yell at me if I go through there, so I'm going to follow the correct way. This is about the only time that you will have to get on a street. But like I said, this town is so small that it's not like you have to worry about traffic. Because there's one thing I can't stand when I'm riding a bike, is having to deal with cars. So there's a little bar in this town called the Angry Kitty. That's a cool name. So not much to this place. Fisher Meats. And if you wanted to start a bike shop, there is a spot. Or at least that guy thinks so. Good location. And a trail that's hardly used in a town of about 100 people. Yep. So you can see where the trail picks back up here at the sign. And Speed Racer got way ahead of me again. So I'm going to have to wear myself out to catch up. Here is the second town on the trail. I think this one's called Millersville. It's very tiny, and the trail actually stops here, and you have to go down this people's alley. And it kind of sucks if you got road tires like I do, and you're fat, because this is a good way to bend the rims on your bike. But you see this town, there's not much here at all. Pretty much just go down this alley here, and then the trail picks back up on the other side of this road. It's about as country as it gets. Jeez. Somebody will inevitably ask why we don't have helmets on. And on this trail, there's just nobody here. You cross no main roads, and like I said, we're not bike racers. We go really slow and just we're out to look at stuff. We're all about the scenery and a little bit of exercise. So I find them confining, so I don't usually wear them. Something about this trail you can see here is there's some spots here where there's a lot of walnuts on it. So if you were really going fast through here, it could cause you some trouble. But we don't go that fast, so it's all good. Along this way, wooden like this. This one just goes over a little creek. You see Speed Racer way up there, but there's another bridge about a half mile or so up, and I'll show you that too. Another one of the bridges. You see a big bean field there. And the bridge over there's a big power. Down there. Goes underneath the highway. On the other side was just a small little creek. So it's kind of cool. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of scenic stuff on this trail. So, but it's nice and straight, and it's well maintained. And we're almost done. 15 miles. I think we have a mile to go to get to Pana, and we haven't seen a single person. Granted, it is a Monday. But still, it's kind of weird for a bike trail that you run into nobody. So, we're at the end. This is Pana, Illinois. They have a big area where you can park your car here. It's just more convenient for me to start in Taylorville, but it'd probably be better to start here. If I was closer to this side, they have little picnic tables. Not really any shade there, but in the past we've gone through here, and you can work your way around these roads to get into Taylorville, or into Pana, excuse me. And there's a little restaurant there called the Pana restaurant, which is really good food, and we'll stop there sometimes. But it's kind of a hassle, just riding on the roads. Like I said, I hate riding on the roads. I'm more of a trail guy. I hate depending on cars to not hit me. So anyhow, that's the end of it. Prairie Trail, 2001. These cars parked here, but never saw a single person on the trail as we were coming this way, so they must be somewhere else. So, Speed Racer beat me again. So, start our way back. So, starting our way back. The wind has really picked up today, so we'll see you at the end, and I'll show you where you go back into where the car is. We have a big headwind going back. It's getting pretty rough. I'm too old and fat for this. It doesn't slow her down though. Come back into Awanaco. So we've got about 4 miles left back to the car. It's been really a struggle coming back because of this headwind, but we'll make it. And I'm actually at Gina right now, which is very surprising. Is in sight. It's been a long trip, especially on the way back. So, okay, we're at the end. That's Tina way up ahead of me, of course. So, the next video will be a hike. It'll be up in a few days. It's going to be at the North Fork Trail in Clinton, which is a pretty challenging trail, about 12 miles. But for now, we've gone Taylorville to Pana, back to Taylorville, about 30 miles round trip. And until then, I'll see you next time. And I'll be out here still pedaling my butt off trying to keep up with you. Thanks for watching.